What is up, guys? What is up? It's your boy Goonzig here. Welcome back to another MX vs ATv Reflex video here on the channel, guys. In this video is not a normal video. In this one, guys, 30 laps. 30 laps, guys. That is right. We are doing kind of like a Reflex track review, track preview type episode here. In this one, guys, we're going to be taking a look at a track done by KTM 6060. This is going to be a look at the first round of the 2018 Monster Energy Supercross season. This is a replica of 2018 Anaheim 1. Let's get right into the video. Alright, like I said, guys, this is a track done by KTM 6060, and I just want to mention here that there are actually 3 versions available for you guys to download. All the links will be down in the description below. There is the full version for all of the gaming PCs out there, the semi-potato version for like the kind of crappy computers, and then the potato version for like the computers that struggle with Reflex. And then within those 3 versions, there is also a censored version and a non-censored version. So we technically have 6 versions here. Like I said, all the links and everything will be down in the description below. If you guys want to go check out the track for yourselves, I highly recommend it because A1, guys, A1, I have no complaints. It's an awesome track. Let's get on with talking about the track. So, I thought we would start things off and talk about the visuals, then get into the gameplay, and then get in with the actual 30 lap aspect to this episode. I actually did 30 laps on this track in one race. We turned the AI on just to see, how things would play out, and, having 12 bikes on the track doing 30 laps versus just me doing 30 laps makes a fairly big difference. So, let's start off and talk about the visual side of things. Honestly, guys, I just have to say this right now. It's kind of what we expect these days for the Reflex replica tracks. Like what you're looking at, what you see here with the 2018 Anaheim 1 replica done by KTM 6060 is pretty much what is expected at this point. And I don't want to be that guy that, doesn't even make tracks and can't even like make a good track, and then I'm like,
yo, we need this level of content out here in the community.
I'm just saying that like all of the content creators together have kind of upped the ante, and now every Supercross track replica that you see come out pretty much looks like Anaheim 1. They're all fairly comparable, so the track is definitely up to the standard that we have today within the community. The textures are good, the objects are placed good, the stadium is on point. I mean, even having like the little Anaheim grass section that they have over in the corner. The bump models courtesy of Dark Slides. I mean, the whole thing came together to look fantastic, and the dirt textures, I don't know, man, just everything looks really killer. I think KTM put together overall a very visually pleasing track. It's one thing to have a track that rides good, but then the visuals is honestly just like a bonus. Like if you have good visuals, the track is honestly going to be like that little bit more enjoyable. It really doesn't change the gameplay, but it does change the overall experience. I guess here with the A1 replica by KTM, it really does actually feel like you're riding an A1 replica, a replica of one of the Monster Energy Supercross rounds. It really does feel like, you're thrown in to a Supercross. Now, like I said, the visuals aren't everything, so let's move on to the gameplay side of things. I'm gonna start off by saying that the track rides really good. The track has an amazing flow, and it's super fun, especially when you find, the certain fast lines, the certain lines that save you time in certain sections. Like it is an awesome track to kind of play around on, try different things, hook insides, hook outsides, and just honestly play around and have fun. Enjoy the video game. Like it's a fun track. It's not too challenging, but it's not really easy at the same time. Like to make it around the track and hit, I'd say the bigger lines, the faster lines, it is kind of tricky. There are like slower lines, but they are kind of a lot slower, so you want to be trying to hit those fast lines. With that being said, there are many line options, including inside ruts, outside berms, options within the rhythm sections and everything. So pretty much no matter what type of rider you are, if you can, you know, huck triples and huck quads and stuff, or maybe you just hit the doubles into the rhythm sections, there's always going to be a line option for you. At first, I didn't really think the track was going to break down really good, and then as I got further and further into my 30 laps, I started to realize that, man, it is getting hectic. But I'll get into that in a little bit here later on in the video. I did notice one thing. It is supposed to be a replica. I guess just the section after the finish line was a little different in real life. I don't know if they changed it from the track map or what, but that is just one thing that stood out to me. They were actually hitting a weird like triple into the corner after the finish line if they took the right line in real life, and I don't even know if that's possible here in KTM's version, but that's just one little thing, you know. If you want to really nail them on that, you could be really picky and be like, oh, it's not a replica, but I mean, you don't even really notice it. Overall though, like for the gameplay, it's an awesome track. It rides good, it's visually appealing, and it's definitely worth checking out. Now, I think you guys get the picture. Like, the track's good, it's a really fun track, and guys, like I said, if you haven't checked it out, link in the description. Now let's talk about the 30 laps. I did 30 laps with the AI on. I turned the AI on, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I did this, it crashed my game. My game actually crashed, and I have a pretty decent computer, and I think I got to like lap 12, and then all of a sudden it just crashed. So that was a huge bummer, but I tried again, and this time we made her the 30 laps. At the start of the race, it didn't really seem like the track was gonna break down at all. Like, it didn't seem like it was gonna deteriorate and turn into a sketchy, gnarly track. And then all of a sudden it was like the track was literally just destroyed. Certain sections were a lot worse than other sections. Certain sections that I would watch out for if you were gonna do 30 laps on A1 would be like the first rhythm section, the faces of the Supercross triples, the start straight section where you come, hook onto the start straight, and go back to the first rhythm section. That section got really chewed up. And then coming out of most of the corners got pretty gnarly. I found it really hard to hit the fast lines, which, I mean, when you have that many random holes and kickers and stuff, it does get pretty tough to hit smooth, consistent lines. But I wasn't too surprised with how it broke down. I think it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot sketchier, and just the way it broke down, it kind of took a little while for it to like start breaking down, and then once it broke down, it didn't really seem to get too bad. So some lines formed, some sketchy lines formed, some sketchy holes formed, but honestly, I wasn't too surprised. It was almost like some realistic deformation. You throw guys out there for a main event on a Supercross track, and you know, some holes start forming, some lines start forming, and it starts getting pretty sketchy. Now the AIs absolutely struggled. They were flying off the track everywhere and not having a fun time. So I'm sure they did not enjoy it if they had feelings. I thought throwing the AI on would kind of just throw in this whole new aspect. Rather than me just doing 30 laps, we have 12 riders doing 30 laps. So there you guys have it. I'm sure you guys are watching the gameplay so you guys can see just, you know, truly how sketchy the track got, how hard it was to hit some of the lines. And I'm a goon, so I mean, I struggled with the track the whole time. So yeah, I'm just kidding. I was able to find some decent lines on the track. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. It's an awesome track. KTM absolutely killed it. I am hyped to see, you know, the rest of the replicas that do come out, if we do have any more coming out. I'm not sure. I haven't actually read anything or heard anything, so I'm not sure if we do have more replicas coming out or not, but I'm hoping we do. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Go check out 2018 Anaheim 1 by KTM, link in the description. Other than that, guys, I will talk to you guys all in the next video. Peace out.